Hey folks, it's me again, Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair, and this is video number 501. 501 isn't nearly as exciting as 500 was, but this is 501. But I do have a little bit of ceremony for video number 500, and I did promise on video number 500 to show you guys the DVD recorder I use, and so let's just take a quick look at that. Oh, there we are. And you can see it's running right now because I'm recording this video, so it's recording that. Let me give you a little bit more complete view of that. Oh, wrong deal. Let's try this other camera. There we go. Okay, that is a Pioneer PRV LXI professional DVD duplicator. As you can see, it's dual drive. So you can use either side for recording or playback. It also has a built-in hard drive. If you don't want to waste a DVD to record video, you can record just a whole bunch of crap onto the unit's hard drive and not even need DVDs. But at any rate, this particular player I bought used. Actually, I bought 3 of them, figuring that I would need a couple of backups. But this one has recorded. It is recording at least DVD number 501, the same machine with no service other than the service I performed on it when it first came in. So if you're looking for a good, reliable DVD recorder, you probably want to get a Pioneer PRV LX1. That's just a really high-class, very reliable, professional DVD recorder. Okay, so back to me. Hi, guys. Now we're going to go to the unit that we're testing here. This is from Robert in Berlin, New Jersey. It's out of a 1969 or Chevy Chevelle, Camaro, or Impala. It's pretty much the same model used in all those in 1970, the big old heavy unit. This customer has requested the modern conversion with FM, and it also includes an aux input. So we're going to go ahead and turn everything on and make sure it works before we send her back. So let's get rolling here. Turn it on. Okay, now I have it set to FM at the moment. So we'll just run it down the dial. Make sure we pick up a good number of FM stations.
And receive a briefing on wildfire suppression efforts today to survey the fire, and receive a briefing on
180. To think that reflected God's truth seemed to prevail. A face covering. Health supplies. Toy.
Dick.
The cups from the ground.
47. SELI.
58,000 acres to the charges mid-April.
Okay, so that's pretty typical. About 30, 31, 32 FM stations. Now we're going to flip it to AM, make sure we get the 3 week stations in my area. To flip between AM and FM, we just turn the unit off and then right back on within about half a second. So here we go. Off, on. Okay, now we're on AM. There's the 1 week one, 2 week ones, and then we get a stronger one towards the center.
231 or online.
And there's our strong AM station. So now we're going to go back to FM, and I'll show you the virtual balance and fader functions.
And can pile up quickly. You can become overwhelmed and then wonder.
Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the virtual front rear fader. We activate that by turning our tone control twice to the right. So here we go.
Money that you didn't even know you could get.
Fader adjust.
Fader adjust. So now let's look at our output level meters. And as you can see, this tone control is now adjusting our front rear speaker balance. Front, rear. Okay, I'm going to center them. Stop adjusting it.
Fader set.
Fader set. Okay, now let's work the left-right balance control. Same procedure, except we turn this control twice to the left to activate it, the tone control. So let's try that.
At 602-265-5555.
Okay, Okay, it didn't activate. Let's try it again.
Here's all 15 delicious items. Balance, adjust.
Okay, takes a little.
Dollar deals menu.
Now we're adjusting the left-right balance with this tone control. As you've seen, it can take a couple tries to activate the virtual functions because it's just a sensitivity circuit that depends on a certain way the control is rotated. And if it doesn't work the first time, just try it again. Try a little bit more slowly or a little bit quicker, a little more range, a little less range. Each radio acts a little bit differently, but most of them will do the virtual balance and fader adjustments. Okay, let's test the line input, make sure that's working. Just going to feed a quick tone into it, make sure it switches over. One side, other side. Now after using the aux input, after that signal is removed, there is a 20-second delay before the radio comes back on. If you don't like that delay, just turn the unit off, turn it right back on, and then the radio will come back on immediately. So let's go ahead and give this a chance to time out and do its thing. You know, while we're doing it, let's make sure that all the lights work. There's our lights flashing on and off in response to my command. There's our radio come back. Last thing to check is the 8-track. As usual, going to pop in some Neil Sedaka here.
This report is sponsored by
Okay, here we go.
Still dealing with the crowd. Understand, she's looking for a love she's never
Make sure we got speakers on all sides of the 8-track. Switch tracks. Okay, that's a blank spot between songs there. So there we go. Now it's starting a song. Nice bright 8-track because this unit no longer has its original preamp. It has my preamp that I built by hand. Sounds much brighter than the original, doesn't it?
I whisper into my heart goes pitter-pat on the coop, knock the blues for a loop. Get out and circle that girl. So don't you ever call her that girl again. 'Cause I'm gonna buy you that.
Okay, let's pull the tape out. Now there is an eject button on this, but it's a purely mechanical eject button, and it's got a downward slant at the end. If you press this in hard enough to push tape out, it's not going to be too hard to break that button off. So I'm not even going to use it. Okay, I'll use it just to show you that it works, but it'll push that tape out. But that's a lot of stress on that little thin plastic piece. Needless to say, there's no warranty on the plastic buttons. I don't recommend using this eject button. There is enough clearance to get in there and grab the tape. You can use the eject if you like. You can see that it works, but it's possible to break it off because these buttons are thin, and after 20 years of hot and cold cycles, they become pretty brittle too. So I would not recommend using the eject button if you're able to pull the tape out manually. So that's all the functions tested. Everything's working properly. She's ready to go back to the customer, and I'm ready to get on to the next job. I'm Barry with Barry's 8-track classic car radio repair, and you've just seen what I can do to your original AM. And if it has an 8-track, you've seen the results of that too. So I'm not going to go too deeply into my sales pitch here. Just show you what guys can do. Video's worth 1,000 pictures. Pictures worth 1,000 words. So that sounds good to me. My website is in the description below, and my phone number is 928-533-9666. Thanks so much for watching, listening, guys, and we'll see you next time.